For joining me on the Tarot Machine. This is your monthly tarot reading for the month of December 2016, and this will be for the sign of Virgo. So let me go ahead and give these cards a shuffle to see what energies you'll be working with for the month. And also, let me give you some cards to see what messages you get on your love end of the reading. Okay, for the first week of December, and you probably already went through this for the first week of December, you have the Five of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Cups in the upright, and the Hermit in reverse. So the first card is the Five of Cups in reverse. You got over a situation from the past that you kept harping over or crying over, and it can be in any aspect of your life. This is a general reading, so it could be something that you once before thought it was a loss, but you finally made a decision not to let that past loss hurt you in an emotional way, so you made a decision to go ahead and walk away from it. Maybe it was something that you was hoping that it will come, something that would come through that would have brought you emotion, some kind of emotional satisfaction, or it was something that you set up in your daily life that you hoped that it was going to show some tangibility to bring you better on an emotional level, but it didn't fulfill. So you decided not to keep thinking about it and move ahead and take the cups that were left and use those to keep making your plans go forward. The second card you have is the Queen of Cups in the upright. So the Queen of Cups in the upright is showing that maybe this person helped you to get over this situation and helped you to see it from both sides, and it gave you some reassurance of not to hold on to it. So she was a person that gave you some information that helped you to disconnect from the situation that from the past that you held dear or cried over. And the last card for your general, you have the Hermit in reverse. The Hermit in reverse means you thought about it, so you took all the time that you needed to regroup yourself and went into yourself to analyze the situation. Now you're ready to go out and go ahead and move forward on whatever in your life to bring something tangible to your physical realm. So you could have been going through that for the first week. And then on the love aspect, you have the magician in the up. You have the magician in the upright. So when you have the magician in the upright, if you're single, maybe you got over old relationships and you found out that you is a person. Maybe you dealt with old relationships in the past that your past people that you were in relationship with gave you a negative feeling about yourself, but you realize for the first week that when it comes to relationships and what you can offer more than what your previous relationship was telling you what you was bringing into the relationship, and you came to that realization. You found out that you have good qualities that you could offer to somebody, and you decided to move forward to make to bring in a certain type of love in your life. If you already married or couple up, it's showing that maybe one of your companions was feeling low and they kind of reserved themselves away from you and didn't want to expose their feelings, but you probably talked them into sitting down and having a real conversation and reassuring your partner that whatever they did in the past does not reflect what you're going through with them now. So he decided, or he or she decided, to let that go and decided to move forward in the relationship, and you reassured them that whatever they was doing was perfect for your companionship. For the second week of December 2016, for Virgo, you have the Eight of Wands upright, the World in reverse, and the Ten of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Wands is showing that in your general aspect that you is getting information thrown at you real fast, or you are ready to travel on to something different or something new, or to proceed on something that you already have in the fold. You got the information that you was waiting for, or you was sitting back just observing what was going around with you, and now you figure out this is the time for you to go ahead and move forward and take quick action on whatever you want to achieve. The second card you have is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is usually a card. It's always saying, most readers will say that your luck is not working in your favor. My thing is that fortune is random and is more of a timing thing. So maybe you have a sense, even though the you feel that it's not lucky when you look at the situation as a whole, or as in general of how it reflects to you. Maybe this news you got is the timing thing that you need to move forward, and you might have to. And it's also saying, with the Real Fortune in reverse, you have to create your own destiny or your own pavement or road in life. And maybe with the quick action, you analyzing the situation and seeing it's sort of on a negative, or is not lucky to move uh, in your favor. Maybe the census is telling you, go ahead, move forward and set something up, and maybe it will turn around later at a later time for you. Maybe this will turn around at the beginning of the year when all the old energies is out and now the new energies kick in for the year, and maybe that's when the luck will turn around, but you might have to take action now to set it up. The last card you have is the Ten of Cups in reverse. So the Ten of Cups saying that you having some personal disruptions when it comes to your happiness, and maybe the happiness is that the unhappiness that you are not receiving is tied to something else that is outside your home front. Maybe you're thinking about business too much. Maybe you're thinking about this quick action on what you want to do, and it's disrupting your home, and it's not bringing you to your full loving self when it comes to different aspects of your life. And to me, it's showing that you still have room to grow to bring that into your physical realm. For your love aspect of the reading, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So you could be meeting a person or dealing with a person, if you're single, that you might meet, that it is that they is a person, male or female, that they're nasty with their words. They're nasty with their words, and they can cut to the heart of a situation instead of taking it. When they're the Queen of Wands is in reverse, they don't look at the situation and weigh the information through their head. They will say the first thing that comes to mind, and they don't care if it's cruel or it hurts somebody's feelings. They just want to get their words out, and they don't care who's in the way of that verbal shrapnel, and they will hit anybody, and they just don't care. You may be running around, not running around, or you might run into this person or trying to bring a person like this in your realm. You have to realize that this person may have their own issues. They may have an unhappy home, or they may take stuff too fast when it comes to information and dating, or they have a self-destructive pattern, that they have a negative thought that they think that no matter what they do, it has a negative outcourse, and that kind of will stick on you. If you, so my suggestion is to kind of deal with the person on a superficial level if you're trying to get with them in a relationship, and just leave it at that. If you already in a relationship with somebody and coupled up, what it's showing is that your companion is having negative words on different situations in your relationship. It could be coming out, maybe you both are trying to work real fast to put something together as a couple, and they having a negative outspin on it. They is seeing the thing not being as lucky as it's being presented, and it's causing a little strife in your home and your happiness. The third week of December 2016, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse. So basically, on a general front, it's showing that whatever new, there's no new actions that are coming in, or new things present themselves when it comes to something physical with you. This is the Christmas week. I wouldn't pay attention to these three cards being in reverse for a Christmas week, because everything is pretty much shut down when it's coming to business and information, and anything that you're trying to bring in is shut down. Most things you'll be dealing with a Christmas week that most readers won't tell you, you'll be dealing with more of people's attitudes than anything external coming into your life. So I wouldn't pay attention to it. You're just not getting no information, maybe, of anything new physically that you could bring in your world and use as a benefit. And maybe that's just due because of the holidays. The second card you have is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse is a person that they obsess on money, and they use their money as a weapon. They're the first one to go out and charge with an idea that they feel that is very beneficial to their life. And maybe you could be going through this move because of the holidays. Maybe you are the person that would usually spend some money, a lot of money on Christmas. Maybe you're just not in the mood for it this year. You really wanted to scale back. So basically, you not enthusiastic about using your resources towards anything that you will feel is beneficial to yourself or somebody else during the last week. The last card you have is the King of Cups in reverse. So the King of Cups in reverse is usually a person that's super controlled over their emotion when they're in the upright. But in the reverse, what it's showing is that you may be dealing with somebody that is uncontrollable with their emotions. And it can be on any level. They blow everything out of proportion and think that things hit them on the emotional level, and everything that somebody else brings to them is directly aimed at them for some specific purpose to hurt their feelings or whatever. So you may be dealing with this. These can be relatives. You may be dealing with relatives. One is like super cheap for the holidays, and you may do want have a relative that's basically, if you don't get them the most expensive thing, they feel like, oh, you don't care about them and stuff. So you can be dealing with these two type of people for the third week of December. And for your love aspect, you have the Hermit in reverse. So what it's showing, if you're single, it's showing that you meeting a person that's super outgoing. They just they want to experience the world for everything, and they want to take you along with it. And that's kind of that. If you're dealing with bad energies like that, it's actually a good thing for your general party. If you're dealing with all these negative people, meeting somebody that wants to rush out and experience the world may be the dose you would need for to bring some rejuvenation in your personal life when it comes to a relationship. And if you're in a couple, it's showing that your mate or your companion is ready to get away with you. Maybe he or she is over the situation over the holidays and say, okay, we spent enough time with the family and this, that, and this, that. Now it's time for us. Let's rush out, go and see some stuff. Let's just go on a trip. Let's do this. And they're being more outgoing than there usually is on a daily basis. You're seeing a different side of them that they want to experience everything around them and bring you along with them. So, in the last week of December 2016, you got the Ace of Wands in the reverse, you have the Star in reverse, and you have the Two of Pentacles upright. The Ace of Wands saying that during the last week, if you was waiting for some information to come to you so you can move forward on a thing that you want to bring into your life, is showing that you having no new information coming in, because the information may have came in on the second week of December. So no new information on something previous is not coming in. It's showing that you have no new drive on pursuing anything else that could be brought to you this week. Maybe because you isolate your energy towards one thing that you already set up and you don't want to exert your energy towards something else or pick up something new or put something else on your plate because you already have one in mind. The second card you have is the sword, the star in reverse. The star in reverse is that no matter what it is, you're looking at the negative side of it without knowing the outcome. You're perceiving whatever is being brought to you as negative, or you perceiving it as it's it has no physical benefit for you. You looking at it, usually it represents optimism or whatever, and they say usually the star card is a Aquarius card, so you could be meeting a negative Aquarius that's throwing a monkey wrench up in your stuff for the week. So you might have, for the last week of December, so you might have to watch out for that, because they may be throwing in something and throwing a negative cast of it. I don't think it's you. I think it's somebody outside throwing a negative cast on whatever you're trying to set up, and they throwing a negative vibe on it to make you second guess or second question your own feelings and your own positivity towards something else. The last card you have for the week is the Two of Pentacles in the upright. The Two of Pentacles in the upright is showing me during this whole month that you're doing a balancing act and recorrecting whatever went out and whatever came in to maintain a certain balance within your physical realm. What it is maybe you spent too much money on the holidays, the bills is coming in, now you have to re-budget whatever, and you have to balance your bills and your bills and how much you can do leisurely. It's more balancing between two things that's already in your physical hands, so you trying to balance both of them out to maintain stability. But what the positive thing is, you're doing a great job of it towards the end of the month, is balancing all the stuff that you've been weighing to have a decision on. You balancing both of them with perfection. You doing the balance very seamlessly. It's just like people, if they knew what you was doing, they wouldn't believe it. So it is that you is balancing two things in your physical realm that you could be fighting, you know, on a daily basis to keep in control and in line. The last card you have for your love aspect is you have the Page of Cups in the upright. The Page of Cups in the upright is showing me that if you're single, you meeting a person that is, they're just now discovering their feelings and how to express those feelings towards somebody else that's outside of their friends or outside of their family realm. You might meet this person and they go cuckoo over you, so they don't know how to control them. They let their feelings drive all their decisions when it comes to a relationship. And you could be meeting this person. So and the person that you meeting, because it's the two of pentacles upright, maybe this person that you meeting, you can see that they overly enthusiastic about being around you, but you notice that they have to keep a balance of their physical realm and them being overly emotional and stuff. So you have to watch that, watch out for that. If you already in a relationship with somebody, what it's showing is that your companion is decided to break your relationship back down to square one with new feelings and taking a new look at your relationship and discovering new things in your love relationship that was never discovered before, and being kind of emotionally attached to doing that and interjecting that into your relationship to bring it some kind of fresh outlook or new angle to it. So they being childlike kind of with their feelings. They titting and tatting, playing back and forth with you. They're trying to experiment new ways to rejuvenate your relationship at the end of December. So I hope you like this reading. Go ahead and hit subscribe. You can thumb the video up or down, and I'll talk to you later.